I'm going to start with a gym analogy. Let's say you start a gym and you are bench pressing 30 kgs in your first month, and in just 4 to 5 months you're hitting 60 kgs. All because you stayed consistent. You didn't quit during the you didn't quit after a month because you were stuck at 30 or 40 kgs. You kept going and now you're hitting 60 kgs bench press in just 4 to 5 months. Imagine if you quit after a month. You won't be able to even imagine that you can even lift 60 kgs. You can bench 60 kgs. You won't be able to imagine that if you quit. So you get the point what I'm trying to make. Consistency is the really magical thing. Consistency can take you to places you can't even think of. It is such a powerful and potent thing. When you just stay consistent and keep doing something over and over again for a longer period of time, everything just starts to get better. Everything just starts to get better. It creates a powerful momentum that cannot be stopped. You become an unstoppable force in a way. Consistency is your best friend, is your best ally if you want to succeed in any area of your life. Consistency will just blow your mind if you start looking back. Let's say you started a YouTube channel, and in just 3 to 4 months your channel will start to bloom. You will start to see progress, and you'll look back 3 to 4 months back when you were getting 10 views, 20 views. You'll realize that how powerful consistency is. It will blow your mind. It's humans that don't get the power of consistency. A seed is growing under the soil. If it had a human brain, it will just get out of the soil and say that it's taking too long, I don't want to grow. Yeah, will I even grow? But thankfully, it does not have a human brain, and it sticks to the ground, under the ground, and it stays under the ground, and that's the reason we are able to see such big trees around ourselves. If it had a human brain, we won't be able to see trees. You get the point? Everything is just a byproduct of consistency. You cannot half-ass anything. If you start half-assing things, you will just get lousy ingrown plants in your life. If you want to see significant results, you cannot half-ass anything. If you just keep half-assing things, you will just accumulate a bunch of ingrown, lousy plants. That's what you will accumulate if you half-ass things. Instead of getting, they could have become enormous fruit-bearing plants, but you quit in the middle way. So they are just ingrown, lousy plants. They could have been enormous fruit-bearing trees, but you quit in the middle way. You get the point. Consistency is just, it is a law of nature. If you want to see results, you have to show up every day. Not every day. If you're sick or anything, then it's obvious you cannot do it. But regardless of those reasons, you have to show up every day. You can use this analogy anywhere. Your dead YouTube channel, an ingrown plant, your 1 month gym progress, ingrown plant. You can use this analogy anywhere. See, nature knows the power of consistency. It's just humans that need to understand this concept very deeply, because humans just have a habit of half-assing things, leaving things undone, never being consistent. You can never bear any fruit from anything you're doing if you are inconsistent. You just need to ingrain this understanding, ingrain this lesson of consistency deep into your bones, that it becomes unnatural for you to not be consistent. If you just keep going and stay consistent, your energy becomes powerful, your aura becomes amplified, and it becomes hard to ignore by the universe. Universe starts picking up on your energy. Something is happening here. There's a big surge of energy with this individual. So you start attracting a lot of things. You start attracting ideas, you start attracting opportunities, clients, audience, everything. That is the power of consistency. You become a magnet, because it is inevitable that you will go unnoticed if you're consistent. It is inevitable, because if you are consistently putting effort into something day after day and day after day, it is inevitable that you will reap the fruits, you will reap the rewards. You- Whatever tree you are trying to grow, metaphorically, it will bear fruits. It is inevitable. Just ingrain this into your bones and hold up on sweating. If you want to achieve your dream life, that won't happen without consistency. It will also become that ingrown, lousy plant that just sits right in the corner. You haven't even disposed it. You just feel like, oh, I have big dreams. But you sow a seed, you water it for a few days, then you stop watering it and it dies, and you have a bunch of ingrown dead plants in your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a bunch of ingrown plants in your life. You want enormous trees, fully grown trees that bear fruits. That's what you want. So that will happen if you stay consistent day after day after day. And if life happens for some reason, for some external reason, you cannot be consistent for a day or two, that's fine. If you're sick, you cannot be consistent for a day or two, that's fine. But other than that, there's no reason, there's nothing stopping you to be consistent. You are yourself, you're just being lazy. If I will This will be a side note, but if you feel lazy all day long, I will say try to take a 20 to 30 minutes of nap during the day. It might help some of you to kind of recharge. It helped me. I used to think that I'm lazy. It was just I was not getting enough sleep, enough quality sleep. It's not about the numbers, it's about the deep sleep. So I started taking a nap during the day. I feel energized. I took a nap 2 to 3 hours before making this video, and I feel energized right now. So that's a side note for some of you. So yeah, now you know the power of consistency. Now it's time to ingrain this understanding deep into your bones, that it becomes so unnatural for you to not be consistent in anything you do. You will never, if you just ingrain this understanding very deeply, you will never half-ass anything. You will never leave things undone. That's all I will say today. Have an awesome day.